Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle DeAngelis featuring Tyndale Buzzbird.
Call me on my cell phone, tell me to get ready, let's go. You say I wanna see you, baby, don't you keep me waiting all night long. You got me feeling free. I'm high when you're with me. I'm ready to go wherever you wanna take me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Rxsuperstar, and welcome to Unplugged with Rxsuperstar, episode 7, featuring Michelle DeAngelis. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming.
I'm having a great time so far.
This is awesome. She just did 2 great performances. We're going to talk about that later in the interview. So we're going to get into the interview with the first question, and the first question is, where did the singing come from? Where did the passion come from? How we hear this great, incredible voice that you have.
My mother.
Mom?
Mom.
Oh, mom, too. Mom is always an influence. My mom, too, is a big influence. So you got all her singing from her?
My mother says that she was always singing when I was in her womb. So she said, I don't know, you were just born with it. She stuck me in front of a piano when I was 5, and then that was it.
So she knew automatically you was gifted.
Possible.
Because that's what it's saying to me. It's like, mom just know, but your mom was a singer and stuff, so she knew it passed down to you. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's amazing. So she taught you how to the notes, how to play, or did you go to school to learn how to play all that?
Well, she played, and I used to like watch her and really want to be playing what she was playing. She sent me to lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent me to lessons.
So how was those lessons?
I still remember my first piano lesson when I was 5.
Wow, that's a great memory right there.
I don't remember the whole thing,
Uh-huh.
but I remember that the first basic lesson was like, here's middle C. And I remember the woman, and I still remember her name, showing it to me, and it just stayed in my mind.
Yeah. What was the teacher's name?
That teacher was named Mrs. Vance. That was my
Mrs. Vance.
first.
Shout out to Mrs. Vance
She
out there.
passed on maybe like only 3 years after I was with her.
Yeah.
So then I had some other teachers as my life.
Yeah, that teach you stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to her family that's out there probably watching stuff like that. But that's awesome. That's cool. She was just, at what age again? 5 years old?
5, yeah.
5 years old, guys. 5 years old. At 5 years old, I was playing like toys and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. I didn't really think like music was really out there until I got to like school and stuff. And that's when I knew that there are kids my age that's out there doing musical like performances like Beethoven and stuff like that. But I never really saw none of that stuff until I was a teenager, and I seen like Little Bow Wow be a first child rapper.
Yes.
And that was like, oh snap. And then they had Star Search back in the days.
Right.
I remember all that stuff. These were the shows for the kids.
That
was the only stuff. I'm surprised you wasn't on there. I was waiting for you to say that.
I always wanted to do Star Search, but I don't even think I told anybody.
No, well, we hear it first.
I don't think I ever even mentioned that, but I used to watch the show, be like thinking to myself, like, I want to be on there, but I never like.
You never joined in on that? Because at that time, who knew how to get into stuff like that? Like the way it is now, you could use your phone to find all that stuff. But back in the days, you couldn't really, you ain't know how to do that stuff. Probably by the yellow pages or knowing someone.
Yeah, well, my mom was kind of familiar. Like, she took me on a few auditions and things like that. So she kind of was familiar from being in the theater.
Okay.
You know? But yes, it was different. Back then, you really had to kind of like know somebody.
There was no rules back then. Yeah. No rules. There was a lot of stuff going on. But that's crazy. Oh, any songs that you looked at growing up inspired you?
Oh,
like
lot of songs.
Okay.
Well, I played classical piano growing up, so it's weird. It's like I've been accompanying. It's like I had it. It's like I had a job in the 3rd grade, and that job has like carried me through my whole life. Isn't that weird?
No, not really. It's not.
But sometimes I look at it like that, and I'm like, because I still play for like other people and kids singing and choruses and whatever, you know. It's like I've been doing that my whole life. It's really
so this
bizarre.
is natural. This is like second nature to you.
It's like I feel like I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah. But I get what you mean by that, because if you look at the set and stuff like that, you know, you could tell my childhood is still around, still here. I embrace it with the stuff that's going on today because now all this geek culture stuff is just embraced by the world. And I get what you say. I get what you mean by that as well. It's like something that you love to do. It just feels natural. Like for me, this all feels natural.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be here, and that's why we have Michelle here.
Yeah.
And an interview. So let's go into the second question.
Sure.
Second question is she just did 2 great performances, Top Drop Rough, and Today Is the Day. So, what inspired those songs?
Drop Top is a song about okay, well, first of all, it was inspired by a synth sound on the keyboard.
Okay.
It was like I heard this keyboard sound and I started messing around with it, and it just made me visualize a song.
Yeah.
And it made me visualize like a woman wanting to go out on this magical date, and she gets picked up in a convertible and magical things occur. I don't know. That's just kind of like what it was,
Kind
you
of
know?
reminds me of like reminds me of the way you just described it. It's like let's say you in Las Vegas and you're on the strip and you just grab an old like Elvis Cadillac, the pink Cadillac that everyone knows out there. You could do like a scenery like that, like that. It just gives that like Vegas vibe to me.
Cool.
It's like the roll of the dice, pink Cadillac with the zebra interior, you know, and then you just cruising and you just got you're like Thelma and Louise, but except a man and woman version, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. I don't know, I just gave an idea for a music video.
Hell yeah.
Just let me know when I could do my cameo.
You're in it.
You hear it first. So then we have Today Is the Day. I love that song. Very motivating, very powerful. I mean, I love all her songs. Like, you guys got to check her out. You guys got to check out her website. Everything will be on the description on the bottom. Like, she goes all over the places, man. Like, she's all over, like, all tri-state areas. You recently had a trip, right?
Yes.
What was it to? Barcelona? Was it Barcelona?
I went to Kelowna, Canada.
Kelowna, Canada.
Yeah.
You shot a music video for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But it wasn't for. It was for.
It was for Not Your Girl.
Not Your Girl. You guys gotta check that out. Not Your Girl. It was just released a new single. You guys gotta check it out. It will be on the description on the bottom. Everything we talk about will be in the description on the bottom. So like that, you could click the link and it'll go directly to her page, and you guys could check out Michelle and her amazing voice, talent, her crew, everybody out there. And Today Is the Day was inspired and by.
So today's the day. I was going through something where I was looking for something to make me feel better at the time, which at the time were pharmaceutical drugs at the time. Yeah, so at the time, the people in my life didn't believe that I was going to help myself.
Okay.
And it was like a song where like I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to help myself.
Yes.
Help myself to move beyond this circumstance or emotional state or wherever I was at that moment. You know? So that kind of was like how that song was born. Yeah.
That's how great songs are created.
Yeah.
Great songs are created. That's pretty cool. That reminds me of like some like Stevie Wonder. Just an amazing voice, and it just relates to a lot of people out there. Difference. And then that song, Today Is the Day, is like when I heard it, I was like, this is what the world's going through now. And this song was created, I believe we discussed it was 2010 or 2011.
I think about 2011, 2012.
And we're in 2019 going in 2020.
Yeah, you just never know.
You just never know. So I suggest this song to you guys out there. If you're feeling like that, listen to it. It's going to help you out. It's a very powerful song.
That's great. Because that's what music is supposed to do, right? You know?
Yeah, because you never know who it influences. You never know who it helps out. You know, as a musician, as an artist, you just create of how you feel, and then other people will get the same vibe that you are experiencing because they experience that in their own ways. I experienced some of that in my own ways as well. That's why I could relate to the song.
Yes.
And Top Drop Rough too. You know, I could relate to a couple of songs, and those songs to me was just dope. But Not Your Girl, you gotta listen to that. That is like a superwoman's anthem. It is dope.
Yes, it is kind of like a woman's anthem in a way.
Kind of reminds me of like Pink, like Katy Perry of this day and age. What's her name? Cindy Crawford. No, not Cindy Crawford. The one who sang Time After Time.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. I recently seen her and the way she sings kind of reminds me of like the way you sing, like the go-go's and stuff like that. I don't know, she's cool. She got like a green mohawk now.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. And she wears like this funky cool outfits now.
I think Tendell played.
Yeah, Tendell Busberg, he was performing the 2 songs with Michelle. Shout out to him out there. Probably get him here for an interview. You never know. Gotta stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
So let's get on to the next question.
Sure.
And you guys always know that, you know, a guest comes by and, you know, they geek out against the wall, the pop wall. So where this question comes from is like, was you an outside kid? Was you an indoor kid? Was you the kid that go outside, get in trouble, parents? Or was you the kid inside, you know, writing down the homework, doing the schoolwork, getting ready for school the next day? Or was you both?
I was both.
Good.
But
cool.
It fluctuated.
Okay.
I in elementary school, like I said, I got by because I played the piano. So the work was easy. And so I had a lot of friends, and when we got together, we were inside, outside. I mean,
it's like, I did my homework, I'm going out now.
Exactly.
Mom, I did everything you wanted me to do. Now I'm going to go outside with my friends. Who friends you going out with? Where y'all going and stuff like that? You ain't going nowhere with that outfit.
Well, it depends on which friend's house. Like, in certain, my neighborhood where I grew up, there really wasn't, I grew up on like a main street.
Okay.
So there really wasn't many places to like go outside and hang out until I was older. And my next door neighbor, this kid named Marcus, and my friend Tara, who lived around the block, that was like my homies, you know? And it was like Marcus would throw rocks, pebbles at my window to tell me to come outside. You know, we were 11, 12, you know? So I was always outside in that era. From 10 to 13, I was always outside.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was like, depended on where I was.
What your parents were.
Yeah,
like I was myself too. I was both. I was an indoor kid and outside kid. I had to do my homework before I go anywhere, do my chores before I go anywhere. Because, you know, I grew up in a Puerto Rican home. It's like school was first, and then you could go play and do whatever you want. Just don't get hurt, don't get in trouble. It's cool. So what I used to do was, I've been riding the New York train since I was 10 years old. So I used to go to Times Square. So they used to have this big arcade in Times Square back in the days where they had like 4 levels of like different like games and stuff like that, arcades, laser tag and stuff like that. So I used to go down there, but I didn't know when to come back on the right time. So I used to come home late, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and in the Puerto in the Spanish house, you know, mom is waiting with that chancleta. You know, she's waiting for something for you to teach you a lesson. It's like, oh, you think you're going to come here at this time, you ain't going to go to school? So I want to go on to school. And I'm just going to leave it like that.
Oh, man.
But if it wasn't for that, you know, we wouldn't be here doing a great show, great interview and stuff like that. So shout out to our parents out there. You know.
That's because, parents have to protect us. It's a hard job. It really is.
It really is.
I have a daughter, so, it's like, you want your kid to be independent and like do stuff, and at the same time, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta like have some kind of.
And then kids don't listen.
Kids don't know.
Even though your parents do stuff, you know what I mean, and then the kids don't listen that the parents did stuff because they think they ain't do it. There's some parents like that, and there's some parents that's not like that. I mean, there's different ways of like how a kid is raised, but I thank God that we got that experience where we had both. We could experience both, but it was cool.
Well, I was an only child.
Oh,
so
he was very observant.
So like, I was like,
where you going?
Yeah, but that also forced me to be a little rebellious when I became a teenager.
Okay.
Because I just
wanted to go.
Did whatever I felt like, kind of, which wasn't the right path.
Yeah.
But, but I didn't want people telling me what to do.
No, I know. I think it.
And then I had to go to summer school a lot and stuff, and it's just part of life. I don't know. Everybody's got to go through those things.
Yeah.
You can't learn about yourself or how to do something different if you don't have something that might be seen as like a negative experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you have to have that, because we don't just grow up and know how to be.
Yeah, it's true. You got to go through these experiences through life to understand who you are later on.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So while you was growing up at that time, what was you watching on TV and stuff? Like, was you watching TV or was you listening to the radio?
Both.
Was you performing at that time with your music?
I was the accompanist at the school. And then like little things here and there. They'd have me play at City Hall. But I was, little concerts when I was a kid, but nothing like.
We'll get to the next question. But the last question is, Michelle is about to give her, she's going to talk to you guys, give her message, positive message to you guys. I hope this inspires you guys, because we all out here trying to achieve what we want. You got to keep going, but I'm going to let her speak her words. I'm going to step off camera. And
oh my goodness.
It's all you, Michelle.
Okay. What do I want to say? I am interested in self-awareness and the discovery of yourself. And I think it's important that we be careful about what we choose to think about ourselves and our surroundings. I think we have to try, even in difficult times, to think positive things, because a moment that you're experiencing, it could be life altering in some way, and you never know, it might turn out great. So you have to like try to maintain happiness somehow in your mind, that's what I try to do. I work on it. It's not easy to just do it, but I think more love for yourself and where you are at the moment, and keep practicing your skills and things that you enjoy. Make lots of friends and do things that make you happy. I think that's it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, you guys heard it first. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you love it, keep doing it. Don't let nothing stop you.
Right.
Always be positive. And also, I would like to thank Michelle DeAngelis for coming by.
Woo! That was so fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. You can check her out on social media if you want to give your social media out there.
Sure.
Or they can find your website.
It's Michelle DeAngelis Music. And I post other things besides music because I like a lot of stuff.
Check her Instagram out, guys. Check her Instagram out. She's into yoga. She's into stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk, if you're going through stuff, you guys can hit her up.
Yes.
She's very cool to talk to, very positive. It's a great vibe. And also, if you guys want to hit her up at events or gigs and stuff like that, hit the email, hit the social media. Let's make it happen. We see you guys next time. I'm Rxsuperstar, and this has been another episode of Unplugged with Rxsuperstar. And we see you. We out. Peace.
Later.